watching Twin Ranked.
80s music Twin. I was thinking doing something like that.
Good. James Bond is who we're talking about. We've been talking about discussing him because we did the Beatles and Paul McCartney.
It's not as cool as A View to a Kill with what's your name? Bond. Simon Le Bon. He's able to do that.
The fact he can do that, he's the only one that can do that, right?
Right, yeah.
Like, I mean, technically, they wanted not. It doesn't sound as like, but every artist could have did that if they wanted to.
Oh yeah.
Tina Turner.
Yeah, it doesn't sound right.
Anyways, so we're gonna try to do this rapid fire in order not to have an hour-long video. We are going to rank all 25 theme songs plus 2 extra.
Right.
One because Louis Anderson did a song in On Her Majesty's Secret Service. That's really a key part of that video.
Was that the song? Was it at the end of the movie?
It might be. Yeah.
After,
and then
after James Bond's missus got shot.
Right. And then we're throwing in Never Say Never Again, which is not technically a Bond movie, but it is because Sean Connery was Bond. So
yeah, and that was released the same year as Roger Moore's Octopussy. And also, it was a remake
of Thunderball.
Thunderball,
because somebody owned that script outside of the Bond people, so that's the only reason they could do that. Yeah. So here we go, flying into this.
And we are going to start with
our best
number 1.
That way, you know, if you want to tune out, go ahead because we'll tell you already. I've told you what is the best song.
Yeah.
So here we go, starting at number 1. And you should know, since we're 80s music twin ranked, we've done a whole boatload of videos about artists.
And we probably mentioned this before, too.
You should know what our number 1 is already. Both of us agree. It's A View to a Kill from Duran Duran.
Was this a number 1 already on 2 lists? Was it Duran Duran's list?
And what's the other
list?
list?
And the movie list.
I don't
remember.
I don't think so. Power of Love.
That was Danger Zone. That's right. That's right.
The Power of Love would have been our 80s songs from movies.
Oh, okay.
Because it came from Back to the Future. Okay, so that came from Duran Duran, obviously, A View to a Kill. Both of us have it at number 1. And, yeah.
Then it's also... Okay, first of all, just because the movie has a title doesn't mean in the movie you have to say the title.
The villain said it.
Oh my gosh. What have you to a kill? That's dumb.
Doesn't make any sense. Right. Okay, our second favorite song. We both actually have it at number 3, but we disagree on our number 2s. So the second one would be The World Is Not Enough, coming from Garbage.
Yeah, this song's not garbage. It's by Garbage.
But
Shirley
let me just tell you, it's got probably the best video outside of the Bond movie.
Yeah, she's a robot. She's being built. At the beginning, it's pretty much just her head, I think.
She could pass as a Bond girl.
Yeah.
For sure. She should, or a Bond villain even. So.
Yeah.
Yes. And that. Oh, I won't say
the lyrics say, she goes, the world is not enough, but it's a pretty good start.
Okay. Number 3. We've already done this one too, so we're getting the good stuff out of the way because we've done those. And that's coming from Paul McCartney and the Wings. So that throws the Wings up there right away. Live and Let Die.
Yes, commentary on this day and age. The world makes you cry. And you used to say live and let live. That's when the world was better.
You have this at 4. I have it at 6, so I don't like it quite as much as you. Is this the only song that's been on the radio by somebody else as well? That's been remade. It's still good. I don't think any of the other Bond songs have been remade by somebody popular.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Number 4, and this is number 4 because it charted outside of the top 100. I get it. At 102, that is Goldeneye by Tina Turner. I have this as 2. You have it at 10, beating your 2 and my 10, only because it got on the charts, even though it was bubbling over. But one of my favorite parts of this song is when she gets to the second part of the lyrics. You hear in the background the James Bond theme. You know,
oh yeah. There's a few of the theme songs do that.
I like when they do that. So Tina Turner did that in GoldenEye.
Yeah.
And obviously this would have been the...
and everybody, whenever I hear GoldenEye, the only thing I hear is, it's the best video game.
And it did bring back James Bond to the movie screen because he had left a little bit. Okay, your number 2, my number 10 is the movie that you left the screen because of License to Kill. They ran out of money or something like that.
Yeah, and this was a totally different. Was it the
Gladys Knight.
Was it the first movie to leave the script where it's a revenge flick? Really?
Right. It was not Bond being sent on a mission. Correct.
Yeah.
So this was Gladys Knight without the pips. And again, my 10, your 2. And this movie, interestingly, if you know, at the end, Patti LaBelle actually sings a song too. So, if you ask me to.
Oh
that's
yes.
at the end of the movie. Okay, next one, number 6. The only actress or singer to appear in a Bond movie. Who's that?
Sheena Easton.
For Your Eyes Only.
She only appeared in the credits, but yeah, it was a weird thing. They always, every time it went to the gunshot. Well, that was the opening. But when it did its thing for the
Right, at the end of the song,
and then the song starts,
right?
and it's usually silhouettes, and you see a gun and girls behind it.
Correct.
You never see a singer, and this is the first time they did that.
Yeah. I have this at 7. You have it at 6. This one went all the way up to number 4. Next, number 7. The first song on our list that does not use the title of the movie. This is All Time High by Rita Coolidge. Now, can you imagine if they actually used the title? How are you singing a song called Octopussy? That would be weird, maybe. This one went up to 36. I have it at 8. You have it at 7. And the producers actually wanted Laura Branigan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird beginning. It's like
It's saxophone.
it's a saxophone kind because they start Bond and Octopussy start kissing. So
Yeah, and this song's used twice in the beginning and the end.
yeah.
So I don't know if that's happened before.
wait, is this the best beginning? This is the best beginning, right?
Of a movie?
Of a Bond film.
For us, probably.
Okay.
A lot of people like GoldenEye because he jumps off that dam.
This has the best.
And a lot of people like Spy Who Loved Me because of that cliff jump. So, who knows? Number 8, coming from Sheryl Crow, Tomorrow Never Dies. And I guess that's true until we come to the end of the world, right? Then tomorrow will die because there's nothing after it. I have this at 12. You have it at 5.
Yeah, it doesn't. Okay. With the end of the world, then there's no tomorrow. I guess that's the only time that would
Because
happen.
it's forever. So
Yeah, but even when it becomes tomorrow, then there's still a tomorrow. So.
well, does it change from day to day to day to day, or is it on one?
Can a day die? That's what I want to know. Does it have a heartbeat?
I don't know. Okay, number 9, coming from a supposed one-hit wonder, "The Living Daylights" by Aha. I have it at 5. You have it at 16.
Now, do people use that saying?
Scared the living daylights out of me.
Yeah, now,
Used to.
I think they used to, but I don't think they say it anymore. It's
No.
that old phrase.
Yep. But it's not, doesn't really mean much by itself. The living daylights.
Yeah.
Again, is day alive? Does it?
Yeah, well, tomorrow is, so, because it can't
You
die.
can't kill it. All right. But I looked. Aha. Supposedly a one-hit wonder. They're only a one-hit wonder in America.
I do remember another video.
They're considered a one-hit wonder. They actually have another song that made the top 20, saying "The sun never shines on TV," something like that.
Now, there's a reason they didn't become more successful. It's their name, Aha. If they had a different name, they might have
Maybe. All right, number 10, the first song that doesn't have any lyrics at all. It's apparently you can't make lyrics to this title. "On Her Majesty's Secret Service." Try singing that.
Yeah, it's pretty good orchestra.
Yes, you have it at 9. I have it at 13, and sounds like, I don't know, tubas or French.
Yeah,
horns.
yeah.
Da da da. So,
Da, 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 da.
Catchy.
Yeah.
and again, that's not the more well-known song. The one by Louis Anderson. Probably
Yeah.
is.
This film has a recognizable. At the beginning, it's like the other fellow didn't have this trouble. Probably shouldn't have done it. It broke the fourth wall.
Right. Well, did Sean Connery never broke the fourth wall?
I don't think he did. Not
Okay.
like that.
All right. I mean, he looked at the camera and said that, right? So yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
And shocking, he never made another movie. Coming at number 11, I have this at 9. You have it at 18. Coming from Carly Simon. So after the Paul McCartney and the Wings started hitting, they're like, hey, we could actually use people that are on popular radio. So they used Carly Simon for The Spy Who Loved Me, and her song's called Nobody Does It Better.
Yeah, it was probably high on the radio. What
Yes.
did it reach?
It reached number 2, just like Live and
Okay.
Let Die. And it does use the movie title in the lyrics, so it does have that going for it. She does say The Spy Who Loved Me.
Baby, you're the best.
You know, you can say that about, now you can say that, you know, why'd you have to be so good? Now you got all these Marvel movies out.
Yeah.
The heroes seemingly are indestructible.
Well,
And-
Captain Marvel
yeah,
is
and that
definitely one thing.
practically ruins the movie. If you don't
Yes.
have a hero that can
If there's
get hurt,
if there's no stakes
yes,
involved,
no suspense, then what's the purpose, right?
yeah.
At least, so I give that to James Bond. He did die eventually.
Yeah, well, like Superman. Superman is almost
Right, except for Kryptonite.
Kryptonite. But even then, he cared about people,
Yes,
so we had those stakes. So.
right. Okay, no, I just did 11. Number 12, coming from a 3-time James Bond singer, Shirley Bassey. I have this one at 15, you have it at 13. The entire world, though, will tell you this is number 1.
Yes, I know.
Which is dumb, because it's not. Let me just tell you, if there's other songs on the radio, and Goldfinger, you're not choosing
Yes.
Goldfinger.
Da, da, da. Yeah!
Yeah.
Goldfinger! Oh, that's what I hear.
You're not. Are you going to a concert to see Shirley Bassey?
Now, one of the best films.
Yes,
I love the film.
definitely.
Kind of long, but it's
I
really good.
yeah. Now we're gonna do the movie rankings next week. But yeah, my favorite scene. The golf game when he switches balls on him. You tricked the villain in a golf game. Okay, number 13. We've already done this song, so we've done 3 artists on our James Bond list, and that would be Madonna's song, "Die Another Day." I have it at 14. You have it at 15. By the way, this reminds me to say, because we've just hit all 4 Pierce Brosnan singers. All of them were women. I don't know if there was a reason for that. By and large, in James Bond, I think there are 16 women singers,
Yeah.
and then 10 men singers, and then 2 songs without.
I mean, it
singers.
makes sense. That, you know, our hero's a guy, so you want the women singing about him. So the guy singing about it was like, whoa!
Yeah, some of the songs where the guy sings, it's about the villain. Okay, so Die Another Day. You can die several days. He's a cat, right? James Bond the cat. Okay, number 14, our first controversial pick. You Know My Name. I have this one at 4. You have it at 26.
Yeah, and that is because when I listen to it, I'm like, this does not sound like a James Bond song. Yeah,
I
it
think
sounds
it
like something
does.
would be on the radio. But I
I
didn't-
still think it does because John Barry does do some orchestra music behind his singing, so you can still hear a bit of flavor, and it's different. I mean, when you had Duran Duran do it, you're like,
Yeah.
really, Duran Duran's doing James Bond? But I mean, you get used to it over time, I guess. But this is sung not by Soundgarden, but the lead singer of Soundgarden.
Chris Cornell. Right?
Yes, who died like 5 years ago, something like it. So I like this. You don't, or do you like it as a song? Is it just?
It's
because-
okay. I just didn't think it was a good
Okay,
James
so it's not a
Bond
good
song.
fit. So we got it midway down the list. All right, number 15. You have this one at 8. I have it at 22. So here's the switch. You like one and I don't. And that would be Skyfall by Adele. And everybody loves Adele, but here's what I know about Adele. All of her songs sound alike.
She actually says in the song, "At Skyfall." And I'm like, good, because in
It
the
is a
movie you
place.
find out it is a place.
Okay.
So,
Yes. Now, out of the, she's the first singer, not to be nominated for Academy Award, but to actually win the the Oscar for Best Song, which shows you that the Academies don't matter at all. The last 3 movies for James Bond have all won Academy Awards. Shows they're irrelevant because the last 3 songs are probably, to me, they're down at the bottom of the heap. Okay, so we can give it to Adele though. She's a good singer. Number 16, another non-singing song. We're gonna say it's Dr. No, but it's the James Bond theme. Obviously, you need to be introduced, so here it is. I have it at 18. You have it at 12, but everybody knows it, right?
Yes, but it's the. Everybody likes the second part is recognizable.
It's got.
Everybody likes the first beginning.
It's
and
got
the
several
third
parts.
part.
That's the part that you hear throughout every movie, pretty much. But can you ever?
I hear that.
Were you ever to do that?
I've heard that in the soundtrack where he's doing something and you hear it behind him.
Right. You played acoustic guitar. Could you do that?
I don't think I ever tried.
Oh, that's a shame.
No, but my favorite part of that, the James Bond, when it does that in a film, is Octopussy. When he gets the car, the tires are popped.
Oh, yeah.
And he gets on the train tracks and
That's
to follow the train, he goes,
Right.
da da da. That's the best part of that music.
Right. Okay, so that's number 16. Number 17, You Only Live Twice. I have this at 11. You have it at 22. You don't like it, but I'm not sure I like. I like the violin part.
Yeah, no, I love that part. And then
That's
she
the
begins,
part I like.
And then she begins
right.
singing.
Yes.
And it's like Goldfinger.
Now Robbie Williams used that. Remember that guy?
Yeah.
Millennium. He used that part of the song. He knew which part was good.
Yes. Yeah.
Now that's sung by Frank Sinatra's daughter, Nancy. Frank Sinatra could have sang a song for James Bond.
You only live twice.
No, Frank Sinatra was asked to be the singer for Moonraker.
Oh, okay.
That's you said we had him and the one by Paul McCartney, right?
Yeah.
Frank Sinatra and Joe Piscopo too. They could
Moonraker.
you see him doing that? No. So he never did one. But then his daughter did. Number 18 is the flip of that one we just did. You have this at 11. Really?
I don't know what
I have it at 25. The Man with the Golden Gun.
Oh my gosh, you don't have that high.
There's some parts of it, but then she starts singing.
The Man with the Golden Gun. I love that song.
It's got possibly the worst lyrics.
Oh no.
You know who?
1 million a shot.
Two other people were asked to do this song.
Okay.
Elton John, which would have been weird. Alice Cooper. And he actually he actually released a song on one of his albums called The Man with the Golden Gun.
Okay.
Alice Cooper. Can you imagine if he would have
I don't know why you don't like this song.
I don't know. It's just, it could be the movie bringing it down, maybe. But yeah.
I still think the movie's pretty good.
She's like, that's like the chalkboard screeching to me.
You're wrong.
Whatever. Okay. How about this one? Next one up is the non-Bond outside of the series. Never Say Never Again by what, Lana Hall? Sound right?
Sure.
I have this at 23. You have it at 14. This is unusual because it is done during the credits of the movie.
Yeah.
But they couldn't do the Maurice Bender stuff.
No, but if I'm not mistaken, it's been a while since I've seen the Never, Never, Never Say Never Again. That's played through the movie a couple times.
I think so. And it's got its own music video on MTV. She actually had a video.
Yep.
It's not a bad movie. Just competed against the wrong movie at the theater. Luckily, it did not make more money than Octopussy. That would have been a shame. Okay, next one up. from Louis Anderson. So Louis Anderson, Louis Armstrong. Can you imagine Louis Anderson singing this song? We have all the time in the world. So first time we had a 2-song movie. From On Her Majesty's Secret Service. I have this as 16. You have it at 20.
If it wasn't a famous person, would it have done as well?
Right? No.
It's just because it was Louis Anderson.
He has an unusual voice.
Yeah, because he was singing it. That's probably why.
What's his other?
What a Wonderful World.
Yeah. So those might be the only 2 songs people know from him, possibly. But again, this one has good strings in the background. He says something. I like it. If I could play an instrument in the orchestra, maybe it would be violin. But I can't, so not an orchestra. Okay, next one up. The last song, well, no, actually, yeah, Diamonds Are Forever from Shirley Bassey again. At least this one doesn't sound like her other songs. You have it at 17, I have it at 20. And I like this one because it's slow, and then it gets to the second verse and it speeds up. The background music does a little speed up, so I like that part.
It's got drums too, doesn't it?
Yes. I don't know what the beat would be called, otherwise I'll tell you. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, next one up, she also sang, and that would be Moonraker. She apparently was just on call. To try to get other people, and then at the last second they needed. She did it, and it didn't get ranked in the UK or US, which was unusual, but probably because they just threw it in there last second. You have it at 24, I have it at 19, and again,
that would be about the same for the movie. It would be about that too.
How do you make lyrics Moonraker? It's not even a good title.
Yeah. What does it mean? Who made that word up? Oh, Ian Fleming probably, man. It's probably
Moonraker. It gives you a picture of somebody on the moon with a rake.
Gardening.
Now, Matt Damon did that in The Martian.
Yeah, he made. Well, he wasn't.
I know he wasn't.
He wasn't outside. He was in the ship.
Inside, right. But he was a gardener.
Yes, potatoes.
Now there is a Pixar short. Where you get this kid and this person leading them, they were raking all the bright things over to one side, and that's how you get the crescent moon when you're from the Earth. You look up, they rake stuff to one side. That's not a Moonraker though. Okay, next one up, number 23, our only duet. Actually, the only duet ever for a James Bond.
Alicia Keys and Jack White of the White Stripes.
Yes.
Now that means whatever you're wearing has to be colored, or else you wouldn't see the white stripes. Right?
I don't know.
Hey, you got a white shirt on. I was like, no, it's striped. I can't see them.
You have to have another color, correct?
Yes.
And if it's black, you look like a prisoner.
Right.
If the stripes are down. Right? Anyways, I have this one at 17. You have it 27. This is one I like too. Better than you do, obviously. It does not have a normal beat, which is one of the things I like about it. But the way the people are blowing their horns, it's like they're trying to be off key. Okay, it's called Another Way to Die, just so you know. But it's from Quantum of Solace, the worst Daniel Craig movie, probably.
It's the most confusing.
Yes, it's definitely. It's supposedly the sequel to Casino Royale. It's like the storyline keeps going.
This and Moonraker are vying for the title of worst title.
Yes, Quantum of Solace. Somebody explain what that means. First, what's quantum?
Ant-Man will.
Yeah,
because they put quantum in front of everything.
Be a scientist, I think. What's solace? Solace is what, like when you're comforted.
Yeah.
It's scientific comfort. Okay, next one, number 24. From Russia with Love, which would be the only song at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
They didn't use it for the
and
credits.
This was a guy. Maybe it would have been higher if we had a woman singer.
Yes.
But
you do get the picture of being on the Venice stream, right?
I like the instrumental better. Instead of him, every way he is singing
Yes.
from Russia.
Yeah. When I first gave you the list, you thought we were just doing what was
and
during
it
the
was a lot
opening
higher
credits. You had it in your top 10, believe it or not.
Yeah, because instrumental is pretty good.
Right. Now, I have this one at 24. You have it at 20. Now, forget the opening credits or this one. The best song is actually during the girl fight scene.
Oh, yes.
Dun, 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 dun. And that's used in multiple movies too. Octopussy, I remember when the acrobat girls were fighting, lifting each other to get into the castle.
Right.
Okay, next one up. Thunderball coming in at 25 from Tom Jones. I have this at 21, you have it at 23. It's a strong song, but it's not one you want to listen to. However, I do like the story. You know that last time he sang Thunderball, how long it goes? When he was in the sound booth, he fainted because I took his breath out of him.
Not the only song he's had in the movie.
That's right, he did, what's the other song called?
It's Not Unusual.
Right.
Which
That was
in
in
Mars Attacks.
That's what I was just about to say,
Yeah.
Mars Attacks. Was he in an Austin Powers movie too, or no?
I don't remember.
For some reason, I'm thinking he did, but I could be wrong. All right, and then if you're counting how many songs are left, you know there's 2 left.
Okay.
And you know they're both from the last 2 movies. And it's mainly, I would say it's because of this, well, the songs too, but the artists bring the song down. Number 26 from Billie Eilish.
There are a couple songs I like of hers.
Yeah, there's only one. There's only one song I like.
Which one is yours?
Bad Guy.
That's the only one you
It's
like.
the only one I like. Yeah, I actually went and got that CD, played it in the car, and like kept fast forward to the next song because every song is crap on it, except for
Okay,
that
so
song.
that's your opinion.
You
anyways.
have it, and, well, and my 2 boys that were in the car too. They're like, turn it.
Okay.
Anyways, you have this one at 19. I have it at 27.
And
Rock
it's
bottom.
biblically incorrect because there is a time to die.
That's
Under Proverbs.
And the song.
What? Yeah, the one movie that's called No Time to Die.
He dies.
Is the only movie in Van Von franchise where he dies. That's like.
Is where you died, they're like, oh, that was
Well,
sudden.
I mean,
I didn't expect that.
they did sing "There's Another Day to Die," and Madonna said, "Die another day." Well, this is the day. It's here.
Yeah.
It's not tomorrow.
That's right.
Because tomorrow never dies.
Too bad he wasn't in tomorrow because he wouldn't have died. Okay, and then that leaves us to our last James Bond song coming from Sam Smith, the good one, the good Sam Smith, before he turned unholy. And again, these last 2 songs both won Academy Awards, which shows that.
That's why, yeah.
They're
That's
past
why, you know,
saving.
like Best Pictures, like, here are 5 movies you've never seen.
What's the last movie that won the Best Picture that anybody knows? What the heck was that movie? Okay, so anyways, I have this at 26. You have it at 25.
It was La La Land.
La La Land? That's
No,
one.
that's not. Remember they came out and said, "Oh no,
Oh yeah.
that was Moonlight."
Should it have been La La Land? Yeah, that was actually a good movie, actually. Okay, so Writing on the Wall by Sam Smith for Spectre, right? Which should have been a good movie, but wasn't. And this one, this did rank at 71, so you did hit the charts somehow. But yeah, Writing on the Wall, the writing should be writing.
The writing was on the wall.
For the Academy Award. And by the way, when you see this video, the Academy Awards will have been 1 week earlier, and I'm sure nobody watched. Just throw that my prediction.
All right, so there's our top. There's our list for these theme songs. And next week we're going to rank the movies.
Yep. And we'll figure. Do we want to do best to worst again, or we'll go backwards this time?
Yeah, let's start with the middle. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah. Now again, we lived during Roger Moore's time, so we're a little biased, just like we are in music. So
Yeah. Again,
oh,
these lists are always opinions.
by the way, I'll just do some numbers here. When we combine our lists, the best songs came during Pierce Brosnan's time, And we did rank the 2 Timothy Dalton songs pretty high. Third would be of course he only had 2, so
Yeah.
Roger Moore would have had the best, and so the vying for the cellar was between Daniel Craig and Sean Connery.
Okay.
And I think Daniel Craig won as the worst.
Yeah, that was well, because we're out of the '90s and now we're getting the music we don't like. That's
Right.
why I say today's
music sucks.
Movie music sucks.
Just like their songs of
and Sean Connery's was a different era, and
it's hard to compare the two
Yeah.
styles, right? So there you go. So next week it will be the movies themselves. See you next week. Bye.
But